Lunch, tremendous. Thank you as always. Cafe Luca, nothing but the best. Now it's Dine Time with Oregon's Payton Pritchard here on Stuffed with Jon Rothstein. And we welcome in the best point guard in college basketball, Oregon's Payton Pritchard, who has already played in the Final Four, has already been one of the best players in the history of Oregon's program. But Payton, we have unearthed some interesting information about you. We have learned that you have a major affinity for romantic comedies. What was the genesis of this?
Oh, I definitely do. I mean, always watching romantic movies with my mom. Kind of came with me, and I've always just loved romantic comedies and love stories.
All right, well, you're showing you're much more than a point guard and a great teammate. You also have a sensitive side. We have picked out our 10 best romantic comedies. We want you to make a note if you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, or if you plan to see it. So we're going to go down one by one. Notting Hill.
I have not seen it.
Notting Hill, very good, I must say. Shout out to my fiance Alana for turning me on to that movie. That was a fantastic movie. Cross-country trip. It'll get you through 2.5 hours. Clueless with Alicia Silverstone.
No, I haven't seen it.
All right, you're 0 for 2. How about There's Something About Mary?
Seen that.
All right.
Not a huge.
Not a huge fan? Why not?
I don't know. It's been a while. That one was a long time ago, but I don't remember parts of it. But I just remember not being like the biggest fan of that one.
All right, so you don't like There's Something About Mary too much. Hopefully you don't go to Santiago, Chile twice in 1 year. All right, Love Actually.
I like that one.
Okay, you have to, especially around the holidays.
Yeah.
What about a little bit before your time, Sleepless in Seattle?
Have not seen that.
All right, so you play at Oregon. You are a major face of prominence in the Great Northwest, and you haven't seen Sleepless in Seattle. The next time you have an off day, you have to watch this movie.
Okay, I got you.
All right, what about Hitch?
Yes, definitely. Easy.
Easy one.
That's a great one.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Easy. That was a good one.
That was a good one, yeah, absolutely. 10 Things I Hate About You.
What is that one about?
I mean, it's a romantic comedy. I mean, you've seen one, you've seen them all. Come on, you're supposed to be the expert.
Whoa. I'm trying to think of that one. I don't know. I might have to put a check mark.
All right.
By that one.
All right, then we're going to go to the original one, Harry Met Sally.
Yeah, parts of that one.
Just parts of it. How have you not seen the whole thing?
I haven't. It just didn't seem intriguing enough.
Didn't seem intriguing enough. All right, well, for somebody who makes themselves out to be an expert on romantic comedies, you got some work to do. But lucky for you, your work on the court has been exceptional since you obviously started in the first couple of games of your freshman year. How have you become such a better offensive player this year than your past couple of years at Oregon?
I think my game has developed more and more, but kind of just I think the confidence that coach has had me and the opportunity he's given me to just do what I'm capable of and kind of run this offense and score baskets and make plays for my teammates. And I just kind of grown into more of a bigger role over each year.
Well, anybody who scores points at a high level and plays for 4 years is going to score a number of points at a program like Oregon that plays at the pace that you play at. You still have a chance right now to potentially, if you play deep into the NCAA tournament, to hit the 2,000-point mark in your career. You're already on the Mount Rushmore of Oregon basketball when you think about your 4-year career. What would it mean to you to potentially score 2,000 points in your career?
I think that'd be a great accolade to have, and just kind of just reaching that. I don't even know where I'm at right now, but I think more about winning and making it far with me more, even if I scored here on out 7 points a game. But if we're winning and doing what it takes to win, then that's ultimately what's more important to me.
Well, obviously great players value winning over individual production, and you have obviously reiterated that by your statements right there. Your team has struggled away from Eugene the past couple weeks. You lost games at Stanford and at Oregon State. How does Oregon, over the last month of the season, become a better basketball team away from home?
We got to regroup. Obviously, we have to get healthy and get everybody on the same page. That's been a problem. We've had a lot of little injuries. We've been limited with our bigs, and then a lot of our guards like Chris and Will were hurt last game. So just getting everybody healthy will definitely make a big difference. And then just obviously getting on the same page of like knowing what we're running, people knowing their roles and what it's going to take to win. And I think that's why Coach Altman's always won in March and gone on to do great is because he gets people to buy in and understand what it's going to take. And by this time of the year, it's not about individual, it's about the team aspect and what each and everybody can do to help the team win.
Well, he won a lot in March last year, and obviously in 2017 as well. You were on that team that went to the Final Four and came awfully close to beating North Carolina. The Tar Heels got a late offensive rebound late in the game to seal it. As a competitor, as somebody who wants to obviously achieve the ultimate goals in sport, how much do you think back to that game?
I think about it a lot. You're talking about the North Carolina game still, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just how close we are, and Coach mentions it a lot. Just the little details of the game, and obviously a boxing out moment, and that we wish we could have back. But I guess from that moment, you just kind of learn from it, and just each possession in the game means so much, and it can dictate a win or a loss. So just from that big moment, we kind of just took that and learned from it.
Well, you mentioned details. Details are obviously going to play a major role in your next game at home against Colorado, one of the top teams in the Pac-12. Your impressions of the Buffaloes as they get set to visit Eugene coming up here later in the week?
They're a tough team. I mean, they got good guards and obviously good bigs with Tyler Bay inside. So, but for us, I mean, we're looking forward to this matchup and just competing. They're a game ahead of us, so we got them here at home and just ready to get after it.
Well, you always seem to get after it when the game is on the line. You've made big shots throughout your career. You hit a number of them in a win a couple of weeks ago at Washington. And after you knocked down a long-distance shot, you pointed to your chest and you screamed, "This is my city." What prompted that?
I really think that goes back to like me being really young, since like third grade, and there's definitely a rivalry between Seattle and Portland. When you're growing up playing AAU ball and guys you grew up with. So, and I grew up with a lot of those kids playing against them, and there's just always been that rivalry. And so, obviously there was a lot of talking during the game and with the fans and everything. So I guess when that happened, I guess I kind of just let that out, and it is what it is at this point.
Well, we got the bio down now, Payton. Payton Pritchard, big-time shot maker, best point guard in college basketball, somebody who's going to be on the Mount Rushmore of Oregon basketball players, but somebody who is yet to see when Harry met Sally from start to finish. So just so you know, nobody's perfect.
Yeah, nobody's perfect. I'm going to have to check that off.
You definitely will. Good luck with your preparation for Colorado. Best of luck, of course, throughout the rest of the season.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You guys, Oregon point guard Payton Pritchard. Thanks for dining with us on Stuff with Jon Rothstein. If you like this episode, give us a thumbs up. Click here to subscribe.